When it comes to my day-to-day in terms of the questions that people ask me about content creation, one usually stands above all else, and that's, what camera should I buy? Now, for the longest time, my suggestion to people, especially when it came to people in the real estate industry, was that you should just start creating with your iPhone. I mean, it's got a great camera, a great sensor, HDR, you can take selfies, plus it does all of the phone things as well, and you can post your content right to Instagram. And that's been the case for a very long time, that if you're just starting out, you should use your iPhone. But that might not be the case anymore, because recently, over the last couple of weeks, I've been playing around with this, the DJI Osmo Pocket 3. Let's talk about it. So the DJI Osmo Pocket 3 is DJI's newest kind of all-in-one mini on-the-go camera solution. It is a 1/1 inch sensor. It's got a built-in gimbal, this neat little flippy screen that I've been testing a whole bunch of and has great durability. It shoots in 4K, it shoots slow-mo. On paper, it does everything the iPhone does, but a little bit better. First off, the form factor. It is tiny. I mean, it is, we do this, it's about the size of your hand. Not to say that your iPhone isn't tiny, but with this, you can fit this in a jacket pocket. It comes with this cool little carrying case thing, and you just snap it on in, and it'll fit right in your jeans pocket or your jacket pocket, no problem. It's much less conspicuous and heavy than, number one, walking around with a big DSLR camera, and number two, walking around with your phone. Even if you attach this little base stand here that plugs into the bottom so that you can get a 3/4 inch headphone jack, it doesn't make it all that much bigger. I mean, my hands aren't super duper big, but you can tell. Comes in and out of the case pretty quickly. Boots up pretty fast, so you're ready to go. You can move around the gimbal, press record, shut it off. It's got like a 2-second cooldown time, and boof, back in the case. So when it comes to the form factor and portability, this is great. I don't think this is gonna add a whole bunch of bulk or extra weight to your backpack or your purse, or even just sticking it in your jacket pocket when you're on the go. But let's talk about features here and why I think this actually has the edge over an iPhone 15, which is what I'm rocking right now. Number one, the gimbal. The gimbal on this thing is fantastic, especially if you're doing that kind of gimbal ninja walk, you're being conscious of how you're moving, you're going to get incredibly smooth footage on this. If you are doing kind of the selfie mode thing and you're walking around, in my case, when I'm talking to realtors mostly, if you wanted to walk around your town and show different things, if you were touring one of your listings and wanted to create some fun content, you've got the gimbal right in there. It has great stability, no problem. Whereas with your iPhone, yeah, it's got that action mode, but that's a little bit hit or miss. You need a lot of light on it, or you need like a phone gimbal, which then becomes super bulky and like one more thing to carry around in your backpack. Whereas this, it's an all-in-one solution. And speaking of all-in-one solutions, this is perfect for that solo content creator who doesn't have a video team behind them or doesn't have a lot of time to really set up a big DSLR shot or something like that. And a big reason for that is Active Track. Now, Active Track is this really cool AI Terminator Skynet feature that's built into the DJI Osmo Pocket 3. And essentially what it'll do is you click on yourself on the screen, and as you walk through the frame, it will follow you around, no problem. Really, really cool stuff and really accurate. Plus, in addition to AI Active Track, you get a whole bunch of cool features like spin shot, if that's something you're into, as well as slow-mo and motion lapse and hyperlapse and time lapse, all right here in camera. You don't need to do anything else. You just select them from the menu. The tracking doesn't really jump off of you at any time. It holds focus really well and is another one of those cool little things that will set your videos apart from other videos you'll see on Instagram, YouTube Shorts, and TikTok. Or even for long form stuff at that, because if you wanted to take this camera and sit down and shoot a video like this, guess what? It's got built-in D-Log, which is a flat color profile. So if you really wanted to mess around and make your videos look professional and color grade them, it's got 10-bit color, which means that the colors won't fall apart when you're grading it. You can make this thing look pretty professional and you can match it with your camera footage pretty well. Let me know if you want a video comparing the DJI Osmo Pocket 3, a Sony a7 IV, and an iPhone 15 in terms of how to grade each one of those and make them all look like they were shot on the same camera. We might even do that one. That'd be pretty cool. You can opt for the creator bundle package, which comes with a DJI mic that fits right in this slot up here and automatically pairs to the camera. It'll clip to you so you always get fantastic audio. But now you're probably asking yourself, Bobby, why didn't you buy the creator combo that comes with that cool little DJI mic that automatically pairs? And the answer is pretty simple. I already have a set of Rode Wireless Go 2s. Those work fantastic with this. Actually, any external mic will work fantastically with this. You just got to get a USB-C to 3.5mm adapter and no problem. And you can get great sound audio from that. My cost saving word of warning here would be go for the cheaper one as of now, because I'm sure DJI will release a set with both mics and the receiver that both automatically pair with this. That way you don't have 3 mics. If you end up needing the second one, you're gonna have to buy the whole set anyway. So I would wait on that, but if you wanted to, you could opt for that more expensive combo. It gets the mic, it gets a couple other little bits and bobs as well to make this a really well-featured package. But let's say you opted for the baseline, cheaper configuration of the DJI Pocket 3 using just what is built in here. Well, how's the audio sound? Let's see how it performs here in a studio like this with controlled lighting and decent sound treatment all around. So the image you're looking at and hearing right now is directly out of the DJI Osmo Pocket 3. I am shooting in D-Log, but this is the onboard mic and this is the quality you can expect. I'm about, an arm's distance away from the lens right now, so you can see about how it looks when you are distorting it. I am punched in a little bit from here. The frame is a little bit wider. But let me know what you think. How does this look and how does this sound straight out of camera on the DJI Osmo Pocket 3? All right, so here we are testing the Osmo Pocket 3 outside for both stabilization as well as audio quality. It's a pretty windy day here in the park. I'm walking over some crunchy leaves as well. There's some birds, so you can get a really good idea of what it sounds like when you are using this camera in an outdoor setting without any external microphone. Personally, if I were to use this outside, I think this is going to be perfect for people who create like travel content. Like if I was exploring a new city or on vacation and I didn't want to have my big camera out and about. Oh, there's a bird. This would be the absolute perfect camera for it. I'm holding the gimbal about arm's length away from my face, and I'm walking at a pretty normal speed so you can get an idea of what the colors look like and what the sounds look like at the base model configuration if you don't opt for the external microphone. Hey, real quick, editing Bobby here. I forgot, and I just realized now as I'm putting this together in post that I didn't even talk about what I thought about the video quality of the Osmo Pocket 3, but as you can see from the samples we did here, when it's in a studio environment, that's where you're gonna see the limits of a camera like this. Even with a bunch of lights from a pro level lighting setup like this, that smaller sensor is gonna need a lot of light, and because of that, you find the limits of what looks good. But when we took it outside and there was tons of light, it held up great. It colored really nicely. All the shots in this video I took outside, middle of the day, even at golden hour now in the winter when the sun goes down at like 2 in the afternoon, it feels like. The shots held up perfectly. They looked really nice. Can you use a camera like this inside with a lot of lighting? For sure, especially if you're just starting out. It also makes for a great like overhead B-cam rig, but outside in the field with a lot of light is where this baby is really gonna shine. Okay, back to the video. As you can see, the DJI mic actually holds up really well when it comes to outdoor noise. It has pretty good voice isolation. Yeah, you can tell it's not like an inbuilt mic and that it's not super duper close to your face as if you were using one of those lav pocket mics, but for the quality you get out of this, it is pretty fantastic. So that brings us back to the main question here. For the price that you pay, why would you go with something like this over the iPhone? For number one, you've got the inbuilt stabilization right there. It's easy to pick it up and start creating in a matter of seconds with this. The AI active track features make it a solo content creator's dream, especially if you're in the real estate niche and you want to film talking head stuff, or you want to film around the town and highlight different things in your community that make it worth wanting to move to, or even one of your listings as well. This powerful little camera for the price that you pay can do a lot, from BTS footage to even talking head stuff. I think this could actually be a great all-in-one solution for most people who are just looking to get into content creation. But let me know what you think down below. Would you pick one of these bad boys up, or are you gonna still keep creating on your iPhone? Whatever it is, I look forward to hearing from you. Take care of yourselves, and we'll talk again real soon.